season of No Filter. Welcome back to another episode. Today we are trying out the new foundation from Laura Mercier. It's called the Flawless Lumière Radiance Perfecting Foundation. I want to see what the new Laura Mercier Flawless Foundation looks like on me.
Me.
So this foundation comes in 30 shades. It's $48 and it promises to be luminous in any light for up to 15 hours of coverage.
So I've never used a Laura Mercier foundation before, but I'm super excited to try this.
I've always heard about Laura Mercier foundation for being really glowy, super natural.
I'm not a big foundation person, but I do love her glow setting powder.
I love that the brand came out with a deeper shade in their setting powder, so I've been using that in conjunction with the concealer. So I'm really excited to try out the foundation because if it's anything like the concealer, it's gonna be good.
So I went online to find my perfect shade and I settled on two. I'm either a praline or a chai.
So I looked at the shades and I think I'm somewhere between 5C1 and 6N1. I'm used to mixing shades, but maybe I don't have to.
I'm gonna use the shade Praline. It kind of looks like it has the same warm undertones as my skin tone, but I'm gonna swatch it just to make sure.
Okay, I'm gonna start with praline.
The bottle looks super cute. It would look so chic in my bathroom. I love the way it looks.
Ooh, I love that it comes with a top. My other foundations, like from other brands, don't come with this top.
Okay, so I'm going to be swatching the vanilla shade, so let's see if it's a good match for me.
So I'm gonna try this shade 3W2 Golden, and we're gonna see how this looks. Doing a real quick swatch.
Okay, so 5C1 looks a little light.
Feels really kind of lightweight, almost like a moisturizer a little bit.
5C1 is not it. Let's try. And at first glance, 6N1 looks too dark, but I might have to mix.
So this looks a little bit deeper than my skin tone, but I really like the formula. So far it's really smooth and really moisturizing, which is great for my skin right now because it's a little bit sunburnt.
Okay, so I just color matched right here on my arm and it seems like a really good fit because you can't really see the difference. So I really like praline, but I'm gonna give chai a chance.
Ooh, that actually is a super good shade for me. So I actually really like the vanilla shade for myself. I'm obviously extremely pale. This is on the lighter end of the spectrum, but it does have the same kind of yellowy, warmer undertones in the shade that I have in my skin tone as well. So I'm excited to see how this is gonna look on my face.
So I think Praline is actually a little bit too dark for me. It seems a little bit lighter in the bottle than it did on my skin tone. Instead, I'm going to try Golden, which seems like a warmer beige tone. I think this color is a little bit too light for me. The next shade I'm going to try is Chai. This one actually still feels a little bit too light for my skin. I might need to try to mix a couple shades to get to the right one for me.
So I think I'm gonna try the chai now. It looks like it might be a little bit too light, but I shall see. Oh my gosh, look at this. Chai is just a little too light. So I'm gonna go with praline. And now I'm gonna apply it to my face. It goes on super smooth. Oh, wow, this is like so relaxing in a weird way.
So I really like the consistency of this. It feels super lightweight, and I really like the shade. This is 3W2 Golden, and I feel like it's a match. So I'm just gonna apply this with my fingers. It feels really smooth on my skin. It doesn't feel too drying either, which is good. I don't feel like I'm gonna get any flakiness or any of those creases that you can get from when you use foundations and your skin's maybe a little too dry.
So this is 6N1, this is way too chocolatey for me. This is 5C1, this is nutmeg, and it looks a little light, but I think I'm gonna work with nutmeg to see how that looks. Feels very smooth, very lightweight. Even putting it on my face right now, it doesn't really feel cakey.
So before I do put on concealer or foundation of any kind, I do like to warm it up in between my fingers a little bit. I just think it helps the product go on a lot smoother. And it does feel super smooth, I will say. It feels a lot like a moisturizer, actually, more than it does a foundation, which I personally love. And I do feel like it's soaking up a little bit of the oily sweat situation that I have going on my forehead. So it really is a great power product.
I mixed together chai and praline to get my shade.
So, final thoughts, I am definitely sold. The application was super easy. The coverage is full and flawless.
This 3W2 Golden really suits me. My skin isn't suffocating under super heavy or caked on makeup.
Final thoughts, I love the way it feels. It feels very smooth, it feels very lightweight. I hate when I can feel foundation on my skin, and this one feels very like skin-like, it feels very light.
I personally actually loved the foundation. I thought that the vanilla shade worked really well for me. It not only matched the overall color of my skin, but the yellowy undertones that I have as well, which is awesome. That can be super hard to find.
The fact that I had to use 2 shades though to find my skin tone is a little bit more difficult. I'd like it to be kind of easy and quick. But if I were to have like multiple shades, it would be really easy to rely on this formula.
I love it. The shade was correct. I have like literally no complaints at all. And I'm very excited for the next 15 hours of full, flawless Lumière perfecting coverage.